In this video, I'm going to show you 6 proven ways to fill up your agency pipeline super fast if you're a beginner. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in with another video. Today, I'm going to show you my ways to fill up your pipeline if you're a beginner. We're about to go through, some storm, man. I know how daunting and scary it can be, to think about how you're going to come up with people to, with potential customers, and how you're going to get on the phone and all that stuff, all the whole shebang. I've been through it, so I know what you're feeling. If you're a beginner, maybe you've started out already, but you still cannot make the first step. I'm going to show you how easy it is to fill up your own pipeline, and without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, I would put in cold calls. Okay? I know many people hate them, but we can't rule them out. They're still here. They're good old cold calling. It does work, alright? It does work, and if you're in need to get your pipeline full as fuck, cold calling, is a great way to do so. Right? I know it can be, kind of scary. You might be feeling a bit fearful getting on the phone and stuff like that when you haven't done it previously. It's absolutely understandable. I've actually got a video on that, and you can look up inside all the videos that I've put up until now, and you'll definitely find it. It's a video where I talk about how to overcome the fear of cold calling. Alright? So I don't think there's anything, cold calling is self-explanatory, okay? I don't need to go through too much details about cold calling. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that, on how to on how to conduct a cold call for sure. Just put in this comment section below if you're interested in me putting up a video together explaining the whole process of cold calling and how to do it the right way. Number 2, I would put cold. So again, it's cold, it's icy cold. Emails. Cold emails, the good old cold emails. Everything is the good old, because they've been around for a while, okay? They've been around for a while. Now, cold emails, one thing about cold emails, I know a lot of people knock them out. They don't like cold emailing, it's not the way to go. Come on, we live in 2018. Yeah, I get that. It's partially true. It's not as easy as it was back in 2004 when people were eager when they received an email. Right now we get bombarded with emails, so of course you're not going to be that prone to want to open that email. So it's not the same. The way to fight that is for you to know your industry very well and to know what triggers your potential customers. So you can put together a quick email copy that you can start sending out to potential customers. I hope that makes sense. So for that purpose, and the reason why I also like cold emails is because you can automate them. There is softwares to help you get the job done. There's email scrapers. Oops. So there's email scrapers. Fuck that, man. I'm just going to put e-scrapers. And there's also mail mergers, so what you can do is you can automate the entire campaigns. That's another good reason why I like cold emails, right? And there's also another way. So there's email scrapers, there's automation softwares to send out those emails that you've accumulated, but it's also another way to come up with companies' emails to contact. If you find somebody that you know for a fact can get you quality emails, then for sure I would consider that. Upwork as well is. So to sum it up, cold emails can be entirely automated. That's why I like it. You can scrape thousands of emails. There's email scrapers that will allow you to scrape thousands of emails within a few minutes. So not every single one of the emails is going to be 100% targeted to your industry. but it's an automated process. Of course, right? It's a no-brainer. Number 3 is LinkedIn. Now I want to say this, disclaimer. I'm by no means an expert with LinkedIn. I haven't used it myself for lead generation because now I've set up my agency to a point where I've got sales guys. I've got 4 salespeople right now who pretty much do the job for me. But LinkedIn is a very, very good way to come up with leads for your agency when you're starting out. All right, so there's also automation softwares for LinkedIn. And those softwares make it a lot easier for you because the initial reach out to the potential client, it's already been done for you, right? Once they reply back to you, then you jump in and you get the conversation going, you send an invitation to a phone call and you get the job done. But basically, LinkedIn is a very, very good way to come up with leads for your agency. Number 4 is Facebook referrals. And the way you get those Facebook referrals is you actually do a quick post. Facebook can be very good with getting referral partners for yourself. And that way, that is literally another way to fill up your own pipeline. It's a very good way, but you need to make sure that you've done some networking in the back end before you do that. If your Facebook is filled with, your friends from high school, or maybe your relatives, and you've only got 300 to 500 friends, it's not really an optimal way to get yourself referrals because probably none of those people is going to be interested in your post. You need to make sure you've done some networking in the back end right before you actually start writing posts, right? And the way you get Facebook referrals is basically you write a post. You write a post with an incentive, and that incentive is of course a monetary incentive. You offer them maybe $500 to $1,000 to bring you a client, and obviously if they're gonna bring you a client, that means they already know the person in your chosen field. I hope that makes sense. So to recap again, how getting referrals from Facebook actually work is you need to have done a little bit, at least a little bit of networking prior to making a post with an incentive. And number 5 is Instagram DMs. Instagram DMs, you gotta slide in that DM, bro. Anyway, so Instagram DMs work well. It's just another way of filling up your pipeline. If by the end of the video you still tell me that there's no way for you to come up with leads, there's something going on upstairs that you need to fix. Instagram DMs is a great way to come up with leads for your business. It does require a lot of work because you have to actually reach out to companies or business owners, and you need to make sure you have something to offer. Now, don't send them freaking long messages on Instagram because that doesn't work. That is, if anything, that's a proven way to fail. You need to make sure that you have something of value. And you need to make sure that when you're reaching out to the person, your message is short, concise, and really well thought of what the person might need at this point. So you really should be a value proposition at this point. With nothing asking in return. Don't ask for anything in return. Just pure value. You need to just get your foot in the door. That's what you need to do at the beginning. You don't need anything else. Just get your foot in the door. That's enough. An invitation, if the person is intrigued and responds to your message, invitation to a phone call, you get the job done. Now, oh my days. Now, number 6 is Google research. Now, this is kind of manual work, so there's no really a way to automate that one, but you're guaranteed to get quality leads at the end, which is what you ultimately want. So, I mean, it does take a little bit of work, but hey, if you're not willing to put in the work, then you not really deserve any success, are you? And the way to do that, I just thought of that as well. The way to do that is you go through company websites in your niche, in your industry, one by one, and you scrape their emails. So with that email scraper, you can actually scrape companies' emails. And what you can do is you can go on their websites. First thing you need to do is see whether they have a pixel. If they don't have a pixel, then you know what they're doing wrong. You know for sure that they're missing out on customers that land on their website. And there's a very quick way to find out whether they have a pixel or not. There's an app within Google Chrome which is called, what was it called? Facebook Pixel Helper. That's the one. Facebook Pixel Helper. So it's called the app is called Facebook Pixel Helper. You can quickly see whether they have a pixel or not, so that way you know for sure that they're missing out on customers if they don't have one installed already. And you can also do a report for them. You can tailor your email later on that you're going to send to them, which is very specific to, you know, that company's website. You tell them what you're doing wrong. You put yourself immediately in a position of authority. When they know that you know what you're talking about, they're going to be much more willing to trust you with their money. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so let's recap what we've got here on the board. Number one, cold calls. The good old cold calls, they never get old, okay? You can still get leads that way. Number two, cold emails. You can use Upwork, you can use email scrapers and automation softwares to send out your emails. Number three is LinkedIn. Again, there's an automation software for that one. Number four, Facebook referrals. So you obviously need to do some back-end networking before you start posting, and need to have an incentive within that post. Number five, slide in the DMs, right? We've got Instagram DMs. You always need to lead the conversation with something of value that you can have to offer that person. Number six, Google research. Quite manual. You can quickly look at whether they have a pixel installed in their page or not. You know whether they're losing customers or not, right? You can do a quick report video showing them what they're missing and, you know, how they can improve it by, for example, installing that pixel. You can tailor a quick copy, send it to them, job done. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking right to the end of this video. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe, and if you have any questions, just put them down below. I would love to answer. I'll see you on the next video. I will see you on the next video.